Hi, in this video, we're going to take a look at what some are saying about martial law coming and why this is important. And by the end of this video, we're going to see what we all need to do concerning this. My name is Joe, and on this channel we talk about revival. Revival is nothing more than an improvement in something, and hopefully that improvement is in you, in me. And so let's take a look at what people are now saying about martial law. Lately, the Lieutenant General Michael Flynn is promoting the idea that President Trump should declare martial law to hold a new election. These types of stories are all over the internet. It's hard to know what is going on with these prophetic words and what will happen because many of them are contradicting each other. There's one prophetic voice, however, that is highly reliable. It's the voice of the late John Paul Jackson. I want to share with you a video that I was thinking about. It's concerning John Paul, what he said back in 2012 concerning a time of the perfect storm that would come, that there would be a pandemic coming, and the government, there would be unrest, and there would be riots in Washington, D.C. John also talked about martial law coming. But let's take a look at his videos he made back in 2012.
Answering some of the questions that we didn't get to last month, right after I tell you a little bit about the perfect storm. I've got some notes here. These notes are basically headlines. What do I mean? What do I mean by headlines? Well, headlines, I have unusual things happen to me periodically. I will have like a dream or a vision or a trance or something happen, and I'll see a newspaper come to me, and I'll look at the top of the newspaper, and it would tell me, I will read the headlines, and sometimes it tells me like a month, or it may even tell me a day. Sometimes it tells me a year, but I won't remember the month or the day. And so I'm not saying that the headlines I'm about to read to you are going to happen in the same time frame as the perfect storm by the year 2020. I don't know, so I can't tell you what I don't know. I'm just letting you know, here are headlines that I have read that came from heaven, and the Lord revealed them. I'm saying it again. I don't want to scare anybody, because God has everything in his hands, and he wants to get our attention. He wants to get this nation's attention in particular, and he wants to get the world's attention. He will use this nation to get the world's attention.
John Paul even said he didn't know himself when these things would happen, but they will happen.
Separate headline that said this: martial law to be extended for 30 more days. And it wasn't just one city, it was more than one city. I can't remember what the cities were. You know, it's like one of those things where you remember it in the experience, but you don't remember it when you come out of it. So I don't remember what the cities were, but it simply said martial law to be extended for 30 more days.
So why is all of this important if we don't know when these things will happen? You see, God created us all different. He gave us the ability to hear from him directly. Jesus says, ask, seek, and knock, and the door will be opened for you, and you will find. This is what God is wanting us to do now, to seek him directly. So this is just what I did. I prayed, and you can pray too. You can say, Jesus, come and help me, show me. And I prayed before this video of how I could serve Jesus and what Jesus was saying about martial law. And this is what he told me. I heard, tell them that I am near. Isn't it interesting? Jesus answers us in a way not telling us exactly what will happen, but with a, I am here, I am near. Jesus is telling us, come, I will give you rest if you come and follow me.
Another headline is said, Politics and Trust, the new oxymoron. Politics and trust, the new oxymoron. Meaning, I guess that means that the time's coming when we won't be able to trust the political leaders to do what they say.
In other words, God was showing in that prophetic headline that we should not trust in the government, or there's coming a time when we cannot trust in the government. But who should we trust in? It says on our coins in the United States, in God we trust. That's the key. I have a key ring on my wall here, and I have an angel, and I'm going to talk about angels too here. But one of the keys is trust God. So Jesus gives us his word. It's called the Bible. I have one right here. And it's important to read that and read the words that are in it, because there's a lot of words that pertain to what's going on in the news today. And Psalm 91 is one of those scriptures that I would encourage you to read. It says that those who dwell with God, with our Lord, he will protect under the shadow of his wings. Here's the key with the angels. The angels will protect us. Psalm 91 says, he will protect us under the shadow of his wings, his angel wings. And so, with that, this is what Jesus wants us to do. Come near. He is going to protect us. So you might say, well, what about martial law? When is it coming? The whole thought here is let's trust Jesus with this, and he will protect us no matter what happens. You see, John also prophesied that a pandemic would come. And if you want to know about that, watch my other video, Coronavirus Prophecy. And everything that John Paul said in that took place also. But the key of this whole situation is trust. So how do we deal with all this news? The potential of there being martial law. And why is God sending us warnings? Well, here's the answer. It's so that we can get in a right relationship with God. No matter what happens, if we have a right relationship with him, he will guide us, and he will protect us, and he will help us from all that's going on in the world and all the fake news. It's time to turn off the TV and to draw near to Jesus.